Well, hello everybody, and welcome to your monthly numerology here at Readings at the Round Table. I'm Jennifer, and I have the lovely and beautiful Jasmine with me today, and of course the cats. I have Mouse and Mercury with me. And speaking of Mercury, people keep asking me why I don't go through every aspect of every planet when I do these sort of recaps for the month. And it is really, I just try to cover hitting the highlights. And Mercury moves as fast as the sun. So I don't really cover all the aspects of the sun, Mercury, and the moon because they move so quickly. However, I am going to cover a couple of aspects that I feel like are really important this month. So let me tell you what I've got. We're kicking off the month on February 2nd with Groundhog Day. So we'll see if Punxsutawney Phil sees his shadow or not. On the 5th of February, we have Mercury moving into Aquarius. And because Pluto has just moved into Aquarius and he's a very slow moving planet, Mercury is actually going to be conjunct Pluto that day. Then we have on the 9th, we have a new moon in Aquarius. On the 10th, we have the Lunar New Year. Some will call it the Chinese New Year, but it's the Lunar New Year, and it's the year of the dragon, and I'm loving that. For this 44/8 year, and it's the year of the dragon, I feel like this is a really powerful year. I really do. Then on the 13th, we have Mars moving into Aquarius. On the 13th as well, we also have Mardi Gras, which is also traditionally like Fat Tuesday. On the 14th, of course, we have Valentine's Day, and it's also Ash Wednesday. Now, this is another thing. We have Mars conjunct Pluto because Mars has just moved into Aquarius. He moves just a little bit slower than Mercury. He moves a lot slower than Mercury, but not as slow as Pluto. So Mars is conjunct Pluto. Then we have on the 16th, Venus is moving into Aquarius. And on the 17th, we have Venus conjunct Pluto. Now, the reason why I covered all of these things is because this is not the first time that Mercury, Venus, or Mars has been conjunct Pluto. But for the last 15 years-ish, we've had those things take place in Capricorn. So now Pluto is in a new sign, and I feel like it's important for us to take a look and see how these planets are going to interact with Pluto in a new sign. That's why I'm pointing it out. Okay, so the 17th, Venus is conjunct Pluto. On the 18th, we have the Sun moving into Pisces. All right, Pisces season. On the 19th, we have President's Day, but that's only in the U.S. On the 22nd, we have Mars and Venus conjunct. So Mars and Venus meet up in Aquarius. On the 23rd, we have Mercury moving into Pisces. On the 24th, we have a full moon in Virgo, which hits its peak at 7:30 a.m. And on the 29th, there is a 29th this year. We have Leap Day. One of my friends is actually getting married on Leap Day this year. It's very exciting, very exciting. So here at the end of February, we are going to have three planets and South Node in air. So we have Pluto, Venus, and Mars in Aquarius, and South Node in Libra. We also have 4 planets in water. Mercury, the Sun, Saturn, and Neptune. We have North Node in Aries, so we have 1 in fire. It's not exactly a planet. But we have 2 in Earth. We have Jupiter and Uranus in Taurus. So we're ending the month with 4 planets in water, 3 planets plus South Node in air, 2 planets in Earth, and only the North Node is hanging out in the fire signs. So there you have it. Thank you again for being so patient with me as I am getting over a really horrible bout of flu, and being off for 2 weeks really did impact me getting my videos out on time. So I am hoping to have this out right at the beginning of February, but I do appreciate your patience, and I should be back on track for March. So thank you. Let's see now what your individual numerology is. Hello, Life Path 3. We have a guest. Mouse just decided to plop himself down right here as the intro was playing. So I just sort of rearranged everything kind of quickly. We'll see how this goes. All right, Life Path 3. February. Wow. I mean, we're just marching right along here. So, February for you, Life Path 3, is a 22-4 month. I know. I added, and I was like, where are we going with this? Because Life Path 1 is an 11-2, and you are a 22-4 this month. So, here we are in the shortest month of the year, and you are bringing in a lot of work. Now, I think this is going to be, I do think this is a good month for it to be like, a 4 month for you. You are embracing both the vibration of the 22 and the 4. But let's just start with the 4 here at Life Path 3. For a 4, the mantra of the 4 is, I am a builder, confident and steadfast, seeking order and accomplishment. This is work. This is work. The great thing is it's manifesting, because 4s are really good manifestors, people that are a Life Path 4. So when you're in a 4-month Life Path 3, you're experiencing a time of manifesting. And guess what? This is a 44-8 year. This is a manifesting year. This is a time to create. So this is truly amazing. I mean, it really is. So what we've got here is a time to build. This is a time of hard work. It's a great time to remove clutter, to organize your life. And I'm talking about from everything to mental clutter, to physical clutter, emotional, whatever you got. It's time to organize it. It's time to clean it up. For me, it's my desk this month. But I digress, because I am a 22-4. This is definitely a time to put things in order, and it's a time to be patient with your manifesting, because what you're looking for is being constructive, systematic, very practical, industrious. This is an endurance time. This is definitely where you start going, okay, this is a marathon, not a sprint, 100%. This is a great time to really build a solid foundation, because next month for you will be a 5 month, and there's a lot of changes and a lot of frivolity, a lot of fun. But this month is definitely about work. It's about creating, and it's about manifesting. Wonderful time for it, seriously. If you're going to have to work really hard, Life Path 3, do it in the shortest month. Am I right? And in a 44-8 year. So you're just doubling down on the manifesting. And I love it. I do love it. So the lesson of the 4 is taking one step after another with patience and open-mindedness. Very important here, very important, because the shadow side of a 4 is they can lack imagination, because they're overworking themselves and they're causing stress. And when they're starting to do that, they're closing their mind to new ideas. They're closing their mind to possible different ideas that could be coming in. Getting very impatient with the time that it takes to build or restructure relationships, and getting argumentative about it. It's not the best time for you to be too serious, just to be honest with you. And then we move over to the vibration of the 22. Now, the mantra of the 22 is, I ignite the torch of discovery and healing within my world. Because again, the 22 carries the foundation of the 4. But the 22 is still a manifester. It's still a manifester. It's still a time of building, like building those businesses or relationships, friendships, family, whatever. But they take it up a notch. This is a time of building, but it's also a time of being a spiritual master. It's a time of being a healer. Oh, sorry. My other cat, Mercury, is like down here in my makeup. It's a good place for her. The 22 is someone who wants to build and strengthen relationships. It's a very important thing for the 22. The 22 is a very luminary and practical number. They are highly intuitive. So you could have a lot more intuition coming into you during this month. So open yourself up to that. Open yourself up to the possibility of having more like intuitive hits come in. This is definitely a time where you could find yourself being an arbitrator in arguments within your family or your friends or, I don't know, your coffee clutch or book club or whatever. You could find yourself being that arbitrator and just trying to mediate between two like arguing sides. I get that. I do. This is also a great time to embrace like doing some changes for the environment. Ooh, that's always a good one, isn't it? Yeah. The lesson of the 22 is to push through procrastination and feelings of overwhelmment in order to embrace their true life's purpose. Now, we say that because the shadow side of a 22 is feeling overwhelmed, which leads to procrastination, giving up easily, feeling like there's too many problems to solve, worry, and having that feeling of conflict between our inner feelings and the practical side of everything. I mean, I totally get this. Especially for you 3, because you are so artistic, you're so creative, and you have to be able to speak your truth. You have to be able to communicate your opinions, your emotions, your thoughts. You have to be able to communicate your truth. And in order to in order to really keep yourself from being pessimistic. And so if you're not able to communicate your truth this month and you start getting pessimistic, you're going to bring in some of the shadow sides of the 4 and the 22. Sorry, my voice. It's a struggle, but I'm at a good 94% with my voice right now. So sorry, I'm trying. This is definitely a great time of expression for you, and that's what you do, 3. You're all about self-expression. You're all about self-expression, whether it's art or music or journaling or even speaking engagements. Whatever it is, you're all about that self-expression, and you're so cheerful with it. Continue that line. Continue that line of being cheerful. I'm not saying ignore the shadow sides. If you're starting to feel overwhelmed, if you're starting to give up, or if you're starting to feel like you're overworking yourself and causing stress, step back. Step back and embrace that cheerful nature that you have, Life Path 3, because you are creativity and vibrant expression, sharing your authentic voice freely. That's your mantra. So keep that in mind. We don't want to edge over to your shadow sides of pessimism and exaggerating and being gossipy, because you can't share or speak your truth or communicate openly and freely. So remove some of that clutter. Remove some of that emotional clutter by expressing yourself. Remove some of that physical clutter. Again, it's an expression of yourself. So just start looking at how you can build some of the structures of your relationships, your business. Just put a good foundation of your life in place. And whatever it is that you're wanting to manifest whatever it is that you're wanting to manifest, Life Path 3, this is a great time to really get it started. This whole year is manifesting, but this is a wonderful time for you to double down on that energy. You know what I'm saying? It's a great time to forge ahead, slowly, but to forge ahead and get in with your goals. It really is. It's a good time for it. I love it. I do. I just love this. All right. Well, let's start pulling some of these advice cards for you. There's Mercury. Can you see her? Little gray ghost back here. So I am pulling from the Goddess Guidance Oracle deck and the Healing Oracle Crystal Reading cards today. My normal cards for numerology. I guess you could probably see me shuffling the cards better if I switch the cameras. But right now it appears as though you can just see Mouse stretched out like third base. And Mercury over here knocking all of my cough drops down because clearly she doesn't want me like being able to have a voice the rest of the day. All right, so the first card I've pulled for you is Bridget, Don't Back Down. Now, I'll try to put it where you can see it. You're so elegant, Mouse. I mean, you couldn't slide up just the tiniest little bit and give me some room. While your sister is down here, like throwing my cough drops around. You know, I wondered why I didn't have any cough drops. Oh, I'm so sorry. I wondered why I didn't have any cough drops when I came into my office one day. It's because she's been bouncing them around. It's crazy. Okay. I'm just going to lay that right there. Ooh, Cooperite. Oh, I like that. Rites of Passage. All right. All right, so we have Bridget. I don't even think I'm going to have to put my glasses on for this. Bridget, don't back down. Stand up for what you believe is right. Like communication and communicating openly. I like that. And healing and creating a really good foundation for your business, your relationships, all kinds of relationships. Here it is. Cooperite. Okay. All right. So, apparently this is more red than purple. That's what the color says in the book. Cooperite is the feminine aspect of the crystal hematite, a very sacred stone. It holds the medicine and energy of guiding you through the process of transformation and healing on a very deep level. And remember, 22 is about healing. It is a healer. Sorry. Okay. This dynamic crystal invites you to sit with your pain and stop running from your fears. It offers a space of deep healing and allows you to find the strength and the courage to deal with life's challenges as you draw deep wisdom from this process. It supports exploring the shadow self and healing deep issues. It provides access to the sacred knowledge of the feminine and supports and holds you as you enter into the void. It supports you to feel like you belong here on earth. Wow, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Well, thank you so much for joining me today, Life Path 3. Thank you so much for being so patient with me as I catch up from being off for 2 weeks with this horrible flu. I really do appreciate you. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful February. I will be back on track very, very soon. But until we see each other again, Life Path 3, get out there and make your magic. Bye.